Yes, they are.
Yeah, we gotta put your microphone. Remember how to do this again. Get aligned.
That's like forever.
There she is.
Call the January 7th meeting, 2019 to order. Mr. Dietz has the pledge.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
Present.
Mr. Dietz.
Here.
Mrs. Ferraro. Mr. Heckman.
Present.
Mr. Lott.
Here.
Mr. McGee.
Here.
Ms. Fargo Hefner.
Here.
Mr. Warner.
Here.
And Ms. Zirinsky.
Here.
All present except Peg, who is supposed to be on the phone but is not responding.
Oh, we hear a bird squeak or something. We'll know she's... All right. All right. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of December 13th?
You want to make a
Motion to approve by acclamation, Mr. President.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Very good. Courtesy of the floor. No one has signed in. Is there anyone who would like to approach council this evening and speak? Seeing no one, we'll go to the county executive report. Mr. McClure has requested a bit of time. Mr. McClure, the floor is yours.
Thank you, sir. We are. Let me just before I get to the highlight of the county executive report tonight, let me just let you know of an update with respect to voting systems. We have. I met with the county executive of Lehigh County this morning. Mr. Dertinger's been in touch with Lehigh County. We have been invited to their election fair, where several different election voting machines will be demonstrated for voters in Lehigh County. We have accepted that invitation. Our Elections Commission has been invited specifically to attend. That those invitations have gone out to them. Our judges of elections have been invited to attend the Lehigh County Voter Elections Fair. It's going to take place on January 10th, 2019, between 8:30 and 4 p.m. I believe Ms. Cozy, who's been also working on this issue, has forwarded the link to register to Ms. Zembo. If she hasn't, she will do so tomorrow morning, so that any members of County Council can go to the fair as well to take a look at the various voting machines that are out there and available to you. I hope that, I know 8:30 to 4 is tough when you work, but I hope some of you can avail yourselves of that exciting opportunity. I thank Mr. Dertinger for working with Mr. Hosen and Mr. Benyo to also make this happen. Your generators are up and operational. If we have another superstorm, you will have power at Graysdale and everybody will stay warm. This makes me incredibly happy, and I know that for years and years and years, the governing body, Northampton County, Mr. Werner in particular, I'm looking at there, has continued to ask, when will those generators be done? Well, they're finally done. And I believe they were actually done before the calendar turned. But tonight, my purpose for bringing this up is to single out Mr. Dertinger, who really helped jumpstart this, but Scott Parsons, a former member of County Council and our Deputy Director of Public Works, was indefatigable. He would not stop. He stayed on top of this, and a great deal of the credit goes to Mr. Parsons for getting this done. P3, the 7 bridges that the General Purpose Authority has proposed to have taken out of the project. The Krieger has offered a credit of $2.6 million, which I believe my sense from the General Purpose Authority is insufficient an insufficient credit to take the bridges out at that number at this time. I wish it were easier. I wish this project were easier. I wish it were going. I wish it were proceeding more smoothly, but it isn't. And so the GPA is in for, I think, some very difficult negotiations with Krieger over taking the 7 bridges out of the P3 project.
Mr. Executive, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Are you free to disclose a number that you think is fairer?
Well, here's
I know it's a GPA.
Here's the problem with that. You're right, and again,
curious.
here's one of our frustrations: is the contract that the previous government negotiated for us leaves us defenseless, and all we are is the piggy bank, and they sort of look at us that way. We have no real legal rights unless we breach it, and then we'll have all kinds of rights. But I'm not advocating that at this time. Not advocating that at this time.
Unlike the White House, you don't have a specific number.
Right. But here's the problem for the General Purpose Authority. I sat in a meeting where I heard the engineers who represent the General Purpose Authority as the third-party engineer. They don't have the requisite information to even advise the General Purpose Authority at this time what the credit for those 7 bridges should be. So we have that problem.
Thank you.
I have some good news. Mr. Dietz will be interested in this. The bonds are down about 30 to 38 basis points. It will actually be a little bit cheaper for us to borrow the money than we originally anticipated. Mr. Barron tells me we're going out to market, I believe, next Wednesday?
It's this Wednesday it's going up, and we should close next Wednesday.
So we're on our way. And finally, the officers of the NAACP Easton Branch have asked to come before you tonight. They're reorganizing, and they wish to be honored by this governing body in having their swearing-in ceremony before you. And if it pleases County Council, if they could come forward, introduce themselves, and be sworn, I would greatly appreciate that. Gentlemen, would you come forward, please?
Will be.
Introduce yourselves and the.
My name is Lance Wheeler. I'm the president of the Eastern Branch of the NAACP 2260.
My name is David Rose. I'm the secretary for the Eastern Branch.
My name is Marvin Boyer, Political Action Chair for the NAACP.
Good evening. Kendra Dura, Youth Council Director.
John Moses Robinson, Director of Labor and Industry. Thank you.
Good evening. Suzanne Fredericks, Treasurer.
Good evening. Teresa Wright Johnson, Health and Wellness.
Good evening. I'm Chuck Dickerson, part of the Veterans Affairs Committee and the Financial Director.
Good evening. My name is Lillian June Robinson. I'm Press and Publicity.
Come on. They can move in front of your guys. I mean, they can. If they don't have to stand back there, they can block Charles. We don't have to see Charles. No, I just.
Why don't you come up here?
They don't have to worry. We don't need to see Charles during this. That's fine.
Yep.
However you want to do it, though, it's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to take the oath? Please raise your right hand. I solemnly swear to discharge, to the best of my ability, the responsibilities of office in the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, in accordance with its Constitution and bylaws and the decision of its governing bodies. I dedicate myself anew to its principles of equality and justice under the law. I shall try always to keep the goals of the NAACP above any purely personal or individual interests that might hinder the attainment of those goals. I ask the continued help of Almighty God in keeping this pledge. Do you so swear? I do. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
Congratulations. Good luck to you. Congratulations. Good luck. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hello.
Congratulations. Congratulations. All the best. Good luck. Congratulations.
That's okay.
We just used to getting knocked off.
Excuse me. I'll take a break. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Whoops.
Picture this way.
Well, I think Ron is looking. You can talk to Ron.
Oh, thank you.
You like herding cats.
She'll handle it. She'll take a picture.
Oh.
We need everybody back
You want them
here.
up here? All right. Why don't you put it this way?
Should we leave?
Yeah, it's time. They can take it anywhere they want.
What are we? Should we hide under the?
Do we need Lamont in this picture because he has to see this? Yeah, you
Wherever you want to take it.
Oh! Where do you want?
Where do you want? Take it wherever you want.
You're in. Stick around.
She's an English man, so she's
Linda.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you, Council, for your indulgence. That is much appreciated.
And let me add from council, we congratulations to all the office holders, and we wish you all the best, and good luck going forward.
If there are no questions for me, I'm finished.
Mr. Kusick.
Just one brief question about the bond issuance. Have we received the bond rating from our agencies?
We have. It has stayed the same. It is double A1.
Thank you.
Yep.
Ms. Zirinsky.
I have two questions that I got from Priscilla De Leon of Lower Nazareth, Lower Saucon Township. Sorry. She wants an update on the Meadows Bridge, and she also wants to know what's going on with the Pipeline Information Center that we had tried to get going before, the one from Chester County that we're trying to implement here. So if you could give me an update on both of those things.
We will get you one.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Got it.
I just don't have the information on top of my head.
Oh, no,
I did
that's
see
fine.
some good news on Meadows. Something had come through on Meadows.
On the what? On the
on
Meadows
bridge?
Bridge?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay.
I don't know specifically what it is, but we'll get that answer for you. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have Mike or someone from Public Works call her.
Okay.
Make sure we get somebody to call. Okay?
Are there any other questions? Seeing none?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Now we will go on to the annual selection of county officers, and the first one Someone wants to make a motion as president of county council. Mr. McGee.
Nominate you.
Second.
Don Heckman for president.
All right. Seconded. Are there any other nominations?
Move that nominations be closed.
Second. All right. Fine. All those in favor signify by saying aye, or name. I don't know if you need to say the name now, but I guess you do.
Roll call or say the name?
A roll call vote.
Roll call.
By name.
Mrs. Ferraro?
Oh, she's there.
You're voting for Ron? Or whoever?
Oh, okay. She's yes.
Okay. Mr. Heckman?
Yes.
Mr. Lott?
Yes.
Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Spargo Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Warner?
Yes.
Mr. Rinsky?
Yes.
Mr. Kuzic?
Yes.
Mr. Dietz?
Yes.
Mr. Heckman is nominated by a vote of 9-0.
No. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll work hard to earn your confidence. Anybody that knows me knows how much I respect and value this body, and hopefully I'll do it justice to the office. All right, now we will move on to nominations for Vice President of County Council. Wow. Bill McGee, his hand's higher.
Okay.
I'd like to nominate Lori Vargo Hefner for vice president.
Second?
I'll second it.
Second, Tara Zirinsky. Okay. Are there any other nominations for Vice President of County Council? Mr. Kusick.
I'd like to nominate Mr. McGee.
I will not accept, but I thank you for your nomination.
All right. Mr. McGee declines. All right. Seeing no one, call the roll. I'm sorry. Nominations for Vice President are closed. Please call the roll.
Mr. Heckman?
Ms. Hefner.
Mr. Lott?
Yes.
Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Spargo Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Warner?
Yes.
Mr. Rinsky?
Yes.
Mr. Kuzic?
Yes.
Mr. Dietz?
Yes.
And Mrs. Ferraro?
Yes.
Okay, Lori is nominated and by a vote of 9-0.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Now, we get to something a little more controversial. The selection of the county council solicitor. So, consideration of the position of solicitor to the Northampton County Council. Do we have a motion to nominate a candidate? I will make a motion to nominate Mr. Christopher Spadoni, Esquire.
I will second.
Okay, all right. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, close for solicitor. Please call the roll.
Mr. Lott?
Yes.
Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Spargo Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Warner?
Yes.
Mr. Rinsky?
Yes.
Mr. Kuzic?
Yes.
Mr. Dietz?
Yes.
Mrs. Ferraro?
Yes.
And Mr. Heckman?
Yes.
Mr. Spinoni is nominated by a vote of 9-0.
Congratulations. Squire Spadoni is officially my solicitor now. I always call Mike Riskin Squire. Note of respect. That's right. All right, now, is there any other new business? Old business, I'm sorry. Is there any old business to discuss? Seeing none, we'll move on to new business. Number one, I have an introduction of Magisterial District Justice Temporary Lease Ordinance. This is for Ms. Meadows Gonzalez. Someone sponsor the ordinance? Ms. Hefner will sponsor the ordinance. Ms. Zirinsky will co-sponsor. There will be a public hearing, debate, and possible vote at our January 24th meeting. All right, and then we have a consideration of a resolution to amend Resolution Number 149-218. Mr. McGee, would you introduce the resolution, please?
It's hereby resolved by Northampton County Council that resolution number 149-2018 shall be amended as indicated hereafter. Sections marked with strikeout have been deleted, and sections marked with bold underline have been added. It's hereby resolved by the Northampton County Council that one full-time position of Architectural Conservation Specialist, pay grade CS 2201, A, salary $45,723, shall be created in the Department of Administration, Conservation District, effective January 1st, 2019.
Thank you. Is there any discussion or questions on this? Seeing none, call for the vote.
Mr. McGee.
Yes.
Fargo Hefner.
Yes.
Mr. Warner.
Yes.
Ms. Zirinsky.
Yes.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mr. Dees.
Yes.
Mrs. Ferraro.
Yes.
Mr. Heckman.
Yes.
And Mr. Lott.
Yes.
Passes by a vote of 9-0.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we have a consideration of an amendment to the elected official pay scale attached to resolution number 164-2018 resolution. Mr. McGee, would you please introduce this resolution?
Whereas Northampton County Council was notified on December 28, 2018, that a change was made to the elected pay scale, grade 2 from annual $182,168, biweekly $7,006.46, hourly $87.58, to annually $182,184. Biweekly $707.08, and hourly $87.5885. It is hereby resolved that the Northampton County Council adopts the attached elected pay scale, and a copy shall be attached to the resolution 168-2018. So moved.
Thank you. And this was as per a change at the state, and we're following through. Are there any questions on this or discussion? Seeing none, call for the vote.
Mr. McGee.
Yes.
Ms. Fargo Hefner.
Yes.
Mr. Warner.
Yes.
Ms. Zirinsky.
Yes.
Mr. Kuzic.
Yes.
Mr. Dees.
Yes.
Mrs. Ferraro.
Yes.
Mr. Heckman.
Yes.
And Mr. Lott.
Yes.
Adopted by a vote of 9-0.
Thank you. Is there any other new business to come before council to discuss? Seeing none, we have, before I adjourn, I have one. Please look at your committee lists and your liaisons. Would you please let me know? I've talked to a few people. If you have any thoughts that want to change or you want to stay where you are. And I need to know no later than the close of business next Tuesday, which would be the date of next Tuesday. 15th. The 15th? Okay, thank you. So just let me know if you're fine where you're at. If there's a problem, I'll touch base with people. And feel free to call my number. I'm old-fashioned enough that you can call me. So if there's no other new business, may I call for a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved. Second?
I'll second.
Tara got her voice in. Seconded by Ms. Zirinsky. Voice acclamation.
Aye.
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 We're adjourned.
All righty then.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm getting a portrait. Jesus Christ.